Hello my dears, I hope you all have a joyful and peaceful time now. Today I'm here to show you how to create easy vintage mixed media canvas in 7 easy steps. I will list the steps as well as supply list in the description box below this video. Here I have 20 by 25 centimeters or about 8 by 10 inches canvas on board. This technique will absolutely work on frame canvas, wood panels and art journals as well. Right now I don't have any specific plan or specific idea, I just have this canvas, and as you know I'm in the middle of my relocation process right now and I'm very limited in supplies. So I don't have all my studio with me, and this is what I have from papers. Accidentally pages from jelly print play and collage paper leftovers, which I normally keep with me while I'm traveling. That means that you can use any papers that you have. I would love to challenge you a little bit and encourage you to use all stuff that lays down on your desk or shelves for a long time in this work. Step number 1 for easy mixed media is collaging. I'm tearing papers for my future background collage. I'm following my muse, I'm just playing, positioning paper pieces here and there, and finally I'm getting an idea about my focal point. I will use this beautiful lady from my Prima Finnabair collage tissue paper leftovers. For collaging, I decided to use a gel medium instead of liquid medium because the papers are pretty thick and it will be much easier to glue them down with a thick medium. Here I have a regular gloss gel, and I feel that I need to explain why I'm using it. In normal conditions, I would prefer to use regular matte gel because I prefer it for layering. But as you know, I don't have all my stuff with me right now. However, I will speaking forward, and I want to tell you that I will use gesso on top of it, and this will give me a matte finish necessary for layering. For collaging, this way I'm applying gel medium on the canvas first, then placing the papers down and spreading gel medium on the top of the paper. A very important rule for mixed media is that you can apply next layer only when the previous is completely dry. And step 2 is gesso. My canvas is dry and cool, and I'm applying a layer of gesso to mute everything because I want this to be only a background. Gesso is semi-transparent, and I'm wiping it just a little bit here and there to highlight some areas a little bit with a dry kitchen roll. Step 3 is stamping. I have some stamps which I think will be good for background here. And I will use an archival ink pad for this because I want to be sure that inks will not run when I will apply all next layers. And before the next step, I'm heating all canvas to make sure the inks are heated enough. Focal point is step 4. And as I chose this lady from tissue paper, which is transparent, I need to make sure that her face will be free from background images. This is why I'm marking surface under her face with pencil and applying some gesso on this place. For gluing a focal point, I decided to use a liquid matte medium. Because collage tissue paper is very thin, I'm placing paper down without any medium, and then I'm applying matte medium on top and spreading it with the brush. Tissue paper is thin enough to absorb medium completely. This is why I don't need to put any medium under it. Step 5 is toning. When you are done with gluing, you will need to put everything together. Here you can see that the canvas looks like pizza with lots of ingredients. I have a solution for this. I need to tone it to make everything look like one piece. I will use a liquid acrylic paint for this. I have a Prima Finnabair liquid acrylic paint, burnt sienna, and I'm adding a tiny drop of same brand fluid medium for more transparency. And I'm toning canvas with my finger. If you don't have any of these mediums, simply drop a water into the scoop of acrylic paint, blend it enough and just try to be quicker. Your goal is to tone your canvas before your mixture will dry. Step number 6 is all about texture. I will use 2 Pentart iron pastes, which I recently bought in my local store, and one more paste, the expanding mousse from Nuvo. I'm applying iron pastes through the stencil, mixing them, and I will let them dry naturally during 20-30 minutes. When these pastes are dry, I decided to add some embossing. This is very optional step, and you can totally skip it if you don't feel that you need it. So I'm not listing it as easy steps list. I'm stamping with an embossing ink pad, sprinkling with embossing powder and heating it. Now I'm applying Nuvo expanding mousse through the different stencil. The benefit of this paste is that it can give you a regular metallic finish if you will let it dry naturally, and it will give you a completely different result when you will heat it with a heat tool. This paste became bubbly and distressed. If you don't have this specific paste, you can use any colored or metallic paste that you have. Feel free to experiment. Now I decided that I need to tone my canvas over the edges, and I'm adding a small drop of retarder to the scoop of acrylic paint to make kind of patina. This is an optional step as well. If you think that you don't need this, don't do this. When the pastes are completely dry, it's time for step number 7, inking. This is the most fascinating part. I have 2 colors of ink sprays here. This is an inks which I recently bought as well, and I'm not sure how to pronounce brand correctly. Vallejo, Vallejo, or okay, so I will keep this secret with me for now. However, any ink sprays that you have will work. I'm spraying some ink to the pastes carefully. I don't want my lady's face to be stained. And I'm adding some water spray to let the ink run a little bit. And I'm continue playing while I'm satisfied with the result. Here I decided to add some metallic wax to the paste just to add more dimension. As a final touch, I'm sprinkling a little bit of gold alcohol inks metallic mixative, and both these things are absolutely optional and not necessary if you don't want it. Okay, my quick tutorial is over and I can't wait to hear what do you think about it. Please leave me a comment and let me know if you need any support from me. I would be glad to answer to all your questions, and if you will use my guide for creating, please feel free to post links to your social media in comments. I can't wait to see what you will make. Stay in touch and see you soon.